art teacher, she's one of my good friends, and she's so sweet.
Yes.
So she wanted to go ahead and have a face-to-face workshop, or 2 or 3 of them.
I love
and
it.
the principal said that, like, I can't be a visitor, but it's okay if the art teacher has the workshops. So is that
Yes.
okay? I mean,
Yes.
okay.
I think that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as they're in person and already, and the teacher, you know, then I don't see why that would be an issue. Oh, Shireen, so we've got a couple.
We're good.
I've been,
okay.
Shireen is another one I've been admiring her, everything she's doing for Reflections, because she's making it look so easy.
Shireen, send me
my daughter goes to Richardson, and I was like, oh, she already created a Google form.
Please.
Oh, she already did this. I'm like, I got to get on it. I'm on the council,
Well,
and I'm not even that far from Lake Highlands.
Yes, let's talk to her tonight. Shireen, we want to hear how you did that. I'm excited.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm getting in my car.
Oh, that's okay. Not this second.
Yeah. I got a mask on, so give me a few minutes.
Yes. Okay, I'm excited.
So I did want to ask, so I only have 1 submission so far. Should I be totally freaking out, or is that very normal?
No.
Okay.
Totally normal.
I was like, am I just failing?
No, that's one more than we have so far.
Okay. All right. Phew.
We have 1, and I was actually shocked that we got 1 already. It almost always is, you know, beginning to mid-November is the flood.
Yeah.
So
and
if you get a flood, if you're lucky to get a flood.
Okay. All right. Good. Because I was like, oh wow, I'm not advertising enough, or something's wrong. But okay. So
but no, and I think
no.
This is a time when you have to resend all the email for the teachers, for the principals, and everything. You have to send everything. Because you have to do it like 2 or 3 times. Again, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
we always try to get things out at the beginning. Always try to get things out at the beginning of the year, but it's always so crazy at the beginning of the year that I think we're trying to do our due diligence to get it out early, and then it just gets lost in so many other, you know, beginning of the year things. So yeah, a second round of promotions around now is totally perfect.
I think this week and next week are good weeks to promote, because the teachers are on the slowdown curve of the 9 weeks. So right now the kids are having a breather, so they can like think of something else to do also. You know, so the 9 weeks are almost out of the way, so teachers are not demanding as much, giving them some free time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the time when the teachers in the beginning, they receive so many emails, there's so many things, they can do all of them, but now they can try to figure out something. Like if they receive again the email, maybe it's better.
I always feel so much better after these Zoom calls. I always come in, I'm like, and it's like, okay.
That's the idea.
All
Oh my goodness. I think you do an awesome job, Tori.
Because you're so sweet, Casey. I'm not really doing anything.
Tori, tell us how.
Okay.
What do you feel, or what do you do in doing this?
Sorry. Oops. Sorry. Okay, this is Shireen. I'm out of the parking garage, so I can actually talk to you guys. But I'm driving, so I'm not going to look at you. So a couple of things that I did. So last year when we could actually see people in person, because typically we did not get very many submissions. I have 1 teacher at the elementary level who requires it for the writing for 4th grade. So we get a lot of literature because she incorporates it into the writing. And so we get, you know, a lot of those from that grade. But the visual arts, like I was not getting a lot of traction with the art teacher. You know, she had the board up, but not like actively putting it into the curriculum.
Right.
So I did a workshop last year at the public library and got all of my visual arts submissions from basically that.
That's awesome.
And I did try to pair it up because I was the chair at Westwood, but it was only the elementary kids who showed up, and provided everything, provided the paper, provided the paints, all the color, like everything that they wanted. And so that's how I did, and also got the forms and then told the parents that they had to sign up. So it was really good because I actually ended up getting 15 new PTA members out of it.
Wow.
As well.
Wow,
Because
that's great.
because we, I was like, oh, well, all of these are advancing for the most part. So you need to be a PTA member. So, so I would have done that again this year, and I would have done it like way earlier or over the summer. But we couldn't. So normally at our elementary, October is movie night. So yet again, I was like, that's not going to work. Can't do it. We had a very successful virtual PTA meeting. We made our game night virtual for September. And if you guys want to do that, contact Mad Science. It was awesome. And so I was like, all right, well, that went really well. We had 200 people show up. So
Wow.
let's do. So then I emailed the art teacher. I was like, so would you be okay if I say we're doing reflections? We're going to do this. And she already has a slide deck up. We have a new art teacher. She was like, oh, I was going to do all this stuff. And I was like, great. How about we just do a virtual art night? And, you can do a presentation so we can kind of talk about like art technique, especially for visual arts, right? Remember to use up all the area. And then I can go over the rules about the theme and making sure their statement matches what they need to do, where the forms are, et cetera, and just answer any questions. And then just let the kids talk while they do their art, because they like to do that too. So that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to be as successful because, it's not STEM related and we're a STEM school, but we'll see.
So I have a question. What format are you using for the virtual, are you doing Zoom or how are you doing that? Okay.
So I'm going to have to figure out how many people are going to show up to that, because I only have 100 people on my personal Zoom account. I have one that I pay for, but for Mad Science, they actually hosted and they have the larger one. So if we get a lot, I might ask either the school if I can use their Zoom account, or I'll have to do breakout rooms based on grades, I guess. I don't know.
Well, also the council can help you with that. We have ability through the district, get a room that has up to 300 people. So that would be good. Caroline Potter, she can help with that.
Yeah, that'll be great. I mean, I have a great principal this year. He's like all in. So I will just confirm and see if we need to, since it's PTA driven, I mean, I would, we'll just confirm which one we can use. But that's basically what I'm doing and been trying to do. And, and then at Westwood, what I did for the upper schools, and I haven't emailed RHS teachers yet, but at Westwood last year, I emailed all the fine arts teachers, all of them, band, orchestra, fine arts, and English language arts.
That's what we did for Lake Highlands too.
And then I got one of them, I think one of the art teachers basically helped get us all the visual arts entries. Yeah.
So for us, sorry, I have a question. For us, they have dual language grammar issues. Can one of you put together like a template that we could use that those chairs that like me, that writing can be a taxing situation? A template of a letter that can be used to give the staff members. Is that something that you guys can help with?
So
Sure.
My art teacher did Google Slides. I don't know if that's helpful. Like just kind of went through everything, and I can share that. And what else did you want in the template?
Like the letter that was sent, like the email letter to the different fine arts departments.
Lolita, are you asking for like which departments they were sent to?
No, the department
Just
sent
the letter.
the letter, just an example example because sometimes I start writing an email and it just gets very convoluted because in Spanish, I have come to understand we have millions of words and English has less. And so sometimes when we try to write, our writing is too colorful and confuses the English reader, if that makes sense.
As one of my Spanish friends told me that English is such an imperfect language.
It is.
So yeah, I do have I can look up the email from last year and circulate that. So I guess I'll just send that around. I guess I'll send it to
Yeah, you can
respond to the Zoom. I'll respond to the invite to the Zoom, and then you can distribute it.
Oh, Sharon, you can post in the Facebook page like a idea for.
Oh, okay.
And this
Yeah.
is better because all the other chairs they can see and they can use it maybe for some ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Or
Perfect.
respond to I sent that email. So if you respond to the email as well, or
Okay.
both. Yeah, that'd be
will
awesome.
do.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can just copy it into a Google Doc, and then it'll be easy to post.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, like we said in the other moments, all the time the teachers, they are super important for us. They are the glue in for us for reflection. If they can help, they can put all their work together, everything. They can help the kids if they are lost in something. They can help. That's super important to be clear with the teachers and they understand what we're doing. Like if they can help or whatever. That's the principal can convince the teacher to help us too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
And then
Shireen,
for
you
the-
made. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say for the upper levels, like what I was thinking is just doing, I don't know, I'm going to try and coordinate with those PTAs because I think I'm still doing Westwood as well. I just haven't sent them the info, even though I don't have a student there this year, but that's okay. I'll have one next year. Was to just like do maybe 1 or 2 office hours like that I'll be available on like 1 or 2 nights before the deadline so that I can go over the rules with them if they have any questions or how to upload, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. You made a good point earlier, Shireen, about sometimes if you get the principal on board, they will ask for some of the teachers to make it an assignment. And that's awesome when they do that. I know at Forest Meadow, the English teacher made it an assignment. And so we had a lot of great, it ranged, there were poems, it was very wide open, even within literature. And that was really nice to have all of those. The art teacher never really quite got on board, but, at least we had some really good literature entries. And then the art, at least the visual arts kind of comes on its own. I think more people think of it as, something to do for reflections.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great if a principal or teacher will get on board and say, hey, let's make this an assignment, and then you can use it for reflections. So that's a great idea.
So I do have a question because I haven't done high school before, but it seems like they have a lot of like dance clubs, et cetera, that those students might be interested in doing. And of course, you have the extra plus now of the 2 $500 scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So has anybody reached out to those types of clubs?
In high school, I have peers, and I always ask the the secretary principal, to give me all the clubs they have in the school, the teacher that is in charge of the club, and then I sent to them all the information. Like this is reflection. A student can be join us and explain everything. And then when was physical, I went over there and I put in the door like the flyer, like this is reflection. But this year we can do it in the Google Classroom too, if we can. If not, the the staff in the school, they can help us too. If you make flyer, you can send to the school and they can post it too. They are super helpful, all the staff over there in Pierce, but I am pretty sure all the staff in all the school, they can help you. Like, can you put the flyer in your door? That can be good.
Yeah, and then the announcements. That was the other thing.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
And they have the journalists. In high school journalists, you can do photography with them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so probably, for the magnet, I need to reach out to them too.
Yes, and photography. They have a newsletter too, and journalists, and you can send information too.
All right. Well, for those of you that are first-year chairs, like I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've been at different schools. So, like, my neighborhood school would do workshops very early in the school year. So they would have those set out like at the very beginning in September, and they would do it by grade level, primary, intermediate, and upper. And so that's a PTA that had a lot of volunteers that was able to do that. And then I moved to the magnet school that had significantly less volunteers. So I just tried to do what I could until I was able to hold that workshop. And then, at Westwood, like, we really didn't know until the deadline whether we were going to get anything. I wasn't really expecting anything. And then the day of the deadline, the front office called and told me that I had like a bunch of stuff to pick up. So you just never know what's going to happen.
For the
So I'm going to get like 50 emails is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the day before it's due.
Right at the
Okay.
end. Yeah. Right before it's due.
We're talking about early with Jen and Casey. In Texas, when I was in a meeting with the Texas Reflections, they talk about some school, they have problem with the virtual students because they don't have the supplies in home, and some of them they can't buy it. If you have, you can make something in your flyer or whatever your promotion you're doing. If they need help, you can send the supply for them if they need it. If you don't have budget, you just have to tell us too if we can do it. But we have to take care for the kids that are in a home and they can buy supplies or they don't have it.
Right.
Because
we're thinking about doing a drive-by right before the virtual night so that we can, if people need anything, we can kind of give them something so that they can participate.
Yeah, I think that's great because we need to take care for every student they want to participate.
Yeah. Lalita, what was your question about photography?
Oh no, that was good. She said, can they enter photography then?
Yeah,
That's
most kids
idea.
a lot of kids have a phone, or at least their parents have a phone. I mean, really,
Right.
taking a picture with a phone is the easiest, thing to do for that.
Yeah.
That's what I used to tell the kids in junior high, because junior high seemed to be the hardest, to get participation. I said, do you have a phone? Yeah, then you can take a picture, and that's all, you need to do. Yes, we have a question.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions. So I heard Shireen, is that your name?
Yes.
Did I say it correctly? I heard
Yes.
her say that the office called and said she had several things to pick up. They're not turning anything in, right?
Well, no, not this year. Not this
Yeah,
year. So
not
this
this
year,
You were
it'll be-
referring to the past.
yeah,
Okay.
last year.
So they're doing, so I created just like WRE reflections 2020 at gmail.com. Is that how I want them to submit it to that?
Yes.
And then-
You might want to set up a Google Drive because it'll just be
Google Drive.
easier to organize it.
We posted
Versus your-
last night, I think. Last night was
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday I posted, Lorena made 2 videos that we posted to the Facebook page if you're on the Facebook page. And if not, we'll have Casey send out an email with the links as well. that show you already have a Gmail, so that's great. You've already done step 1 of the videos. And the second video is, now that you have a Gmail account, how you can make a Google Drive. And that's a place where all of your things can be uploaded to, and you'll be able to share a link, you know, for a particular folder that they can upload to, if it's photography or if it's literature.
Nice. Okay.
And so those are on the Facebook page, but we should also send them out via email, just for anybody who's not in the Facebook.
And will the
group.
link for the entry form, that page 4 that they must fill out and all of that it'll be on there as well? How do they?
That is on the our council website, the
Right.
membership toolkit site. So you can copy and paste that link as well for anybody, you know, that'll take them straight there, so they can use that to fill out.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. So I think the librarian at RHS prepared a Google form for me.
Oh, was that her who did that?
Yeah.
Because that
so I'm
looked
not-
to me like the simplest, like if it works,
Yes.
that looked to me like a great way to do it, but I don't know how to do that.
I don't know where they're going to go.
So
Right.
That was
That was my
that is
question.
the
that was
form.
my question.
So that is the form that I put on that Google Drive that I made for you guys. The form is already there, and you can share it if you want to, or you can edit it. You just make it a copy and then edit it to your particular needs of your school. So if you need a link again, then I can send it to Casey and she can then disseminate it accordingly.
Yes, do that. Yes,
Okay.
do that.
I mean,
I
I
don't know how to do a
basically,
Google Drive doc thing, but I'll
oh,
figure it
it's
out.
super easy. When you get your Google Drive, they just have drop downs and you do forms and you can just duplicate that form. But so for MST, the school that I actually have access to the PTA drive, I'm pretty sure I know where those are going to go. I just don't know if I have access to everything at RHS so I can find it. But I think if it's built in, if it was made on the PTA's drive, the documents will come in
Yeah,
through that form.
A question. Christian, tell
Yes,
us.
hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I created a Gmail account specific for Mohawk. Like I called it mohawkreflections@gmail.com. And so now I have like this empty email, this empty Google Drive, and then I created a Google form from that.
Yes.
Do you think there's no problem with that, right? That's okay that I've done all of that.
Super good.
Okay, good.
And then you have to follow the step like we send in the video. Now you just have to follow the step. Like this is the first one that you have to do, and then just continue. We will post tonight like how to do the Google form, and that's super easy too. And then it's just all the in the form they say download the entry and then download the form. That form and that entry go whatever you design. If you design this, go to the folder for visual art. You put it over there. If you want to, they go to the photography. They go over there. You just decide where they go. That's the thing. If you in this form, you can create different category for download. We will send tonight. It's more clear. It's super easy to do it. Don't worry. But it's the last step for create everything to download all the entries and the forms.
Yeah. So I guess my only question is, I've used Google Forms before, but I've never done it where you attach a file. So like
Yeah.
I've used it where they fill it all out and you can do the spreadsheet. So I just, has anybody done that before where you attach a file and how that?
Yeah, when you attach the file, that file, they go wherever you design they go. You have to edit that that form, and you say they go in this folder? What folder?
Oh, so you will just go to each response individually and then move them. So I have everything in my reflections folder,
Yes.
and then I'll probably have a folder for each category, and I just move them in there.
You can move and organize.
Okay, got it. Yay. See, still learning.
You're so far ahead of me, it's not even funny. So,
I know.
I think the librarian at RHS even might have had that as a drop down on the Google form, like category, and then attach the entry form here and attach the your piece, the entry next. So I think she already even designated it by being able to create a drop down per category.
Wow.
That sounds wonderful, but I also have no idea how to do that.
Don't
No.
worry, we will do it tonight. Don't worry. It's not tonight. In the morning will be in the Facebook page, and you can see. But first, you have to create the folder and everything, and it's explained to you in this video.
And that's on the
Facebook and
district's
no, that's
PTA
not,
page.
That's on the Facebook. That's on the Facebook page. Are you a part of the Facebook group?
I was getting things, but I haven't gotten anything in a while.
and Casey, can you send for email too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can link it.
Thank you.
It's easy if you just follow the step.
Okay.
Lalita did.
I had never,
Yeah.
if it makes you feel any better, I had never done any of that before. I didn't even have a Gmail account. So I created a Gmail email. I'd never done that before. And then I created the Drive. I just kept pausing Lorena's video after every little step, and it made it. It did it.
good. Okay,
So
I'm going to try this
my
tomorrow.
last-
So
Yeah, my last step will be to do the form, and hopefully when you teach us how to do the form, and when they submit it, it'll go on your Drive nicely. So it was very easy. I just followed step by step, and it worked. So
I hope that that's how it will be. And I would love for it to be a situation where when I go to that place that is created, that there'll be like photography, and there are the photography entries, and there will be visual arts, and there are those entries where, when they enter there, or when they upload it, they're uploading it to that spot where it's supposed to be.
I will try to do that. Yes.
So when the applicants enter now, they'll just click the Google Drive and they'll skip me, basically. Is that how that works? Okay. So that's better. So they just directly send it to the Google Drive, and then I can see when I get new submissions.
Yes.
yes, you'll have to create the form. That is what I haven't done yet.
Okay.
That you'll send a little URL or whatever it is
Okay.
to say this is where you're going to submit your entries. And once that's created, you will have already created your Drive for it to go to.
And that is all found at that Gmail site?
Yeah, Gmail is they have a little square in the corner, and there's a Google Drive over there. If you go to Google Drive, you will see everything over there. It's in the video too. You can.
It'll make a lot more sense when you see Lorena's video. And if we have to, maybe we could do one more Zoom where you could share your screen, Lorena, or something, for people to see what you're talking about.
If you need any help in this part, just ask us. We can go in with you face to one-on-one if you need it, or we make another Zoom meeting. That is easy, and we can do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not very tech savvy.
No.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
I think we're all out of our comfort zone on all of this.
I volunteered before COVID. I'm like, this is
Exactly.
I was just going to go and put things on the wall. It's not the same.
That's it, exactly. I mean, I've always been on the other side of it as a teacher, trying to get them to enter, and never have I been on this side of it.
Yeah, that's difficult.
It's not as hard as it sounds.
Well,
Yeah.
but
So I've had to
ordinarily I
learn
would
it all.
have posters up all over the school if I could get in there, but I'm going to try to get a teacher to get some 6th grade girls to make some posters and put up on the walls.
It's a
Yeah,
good
we're
idea.
still gonna do flyers and have those sent home probably
Yes.
next week.
Yeah, I
So
was going to ask that too, because I'm going to make some flyers for next week. So y'all are, is everyone doing flyers now? 'Cause I don't know.
Well,
No, all of them. If you want to do it, it's no. The thing is that we have to respect. If you like a tear, you don't want to go to school because
Yeah.
we have to respect that. But and it's the visitor in the school is so limited that you not all the school you can go just go and
you can't even get in, right?
and
We can't go in ours at all.
yeah, you have to
Yeah.
respect that too. That's the reason we doing all virtual.
Oh,
But
gotcha. Okay.
like I did tell before, if you have some part of the staff in the school, they can help you. Like some teacher or like me is the secretary. She can help me and she can go to the school and put some flyer too. But most of our work is virtual. We will try to do.
but if you do the flyer, you can send it to, I don't know if your principal, like at the elementary level, there's usually a newsletter from the principal. And if
Yeah,
you
I've
give
seen
it
a
to them, or
newsletter.
if you just
Yeah.
give them the text or whatever, they'll stick it in
Right.
Yeah.
the newsletter. So whatever you put
done
in,
that
yeah,
already.
that'll work too. But for us, we have students on campus, and for a tech school, we have a lot of paper. So anybody who's there in person, we will just drop off the flyers or have them printed, and they'll hand those out to the face-to-face.
Yeah. And we have to remember we don't need to go to the school if you go that side that we don't have to do it because we will receive all these entries and form by email. We don't have to go over there. And then just in the end we can have we can ask the teacher to drop everything in the front office to pick it up, and that's it.
Drop what in the office?
Just your 20 sorry, not the 20%. In the end, when for example, they go to the next level, like at the state, and say, oh, your school have one entry, they go to the state, and we have to send them. We will ask you, can
Collect that. Okay.
that's a specific piece in the entry, and we can.
That's for something that goes on.
Yes.
Yeah, specifically visual arts, right? Because photography you can print yourself,
Just
and
Yeah.
so it's just the visual art. So you have to just let your students know that they need to keep it
yes.
Right.
until January.
Yeah, I've already had one student that asked me that. I was like, oh yeah, keep it. Like,
Yeah, hold on to
don't
it.
take a picture and throw it away, and make sure you're still in the 24/18. So, and that was one of the students I had as a virtual student. Their virtual teacher actually tried to, or his virtual teacher tried to take him. Like, though, don't submit to your homeschool, submit it through me, through my school. That's who your reflections home is. I was like, no,
Oh,
that's,
interesting.
yeah. So I think it's a whole other thing. I was like, oh,
Hi,
your
Vivian.
reflections home is your homeschool. Like, oh. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
There is another thing that we want to talk with you guys is if you have SAGE in your school, like the program SAGE, that is for the disability kids. We want to include it in reflection. It's a good thing for the special artists. You have to try to check with your president, the PTA president, if you have a SAGE in your school. If you don't have SAGE, in each school they have a special you can help me with that. Is that what
You
is
talk
it?
about this, the special, yeah, if they don't have a SAGE chair for that, there is usually a teacher who is a designated special ed teacher or something like that, who might be able to also help us gather some special artist entries.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We always have a few special artists, and it's for national. It's super good to have more and more. That maybe we can advance with national in that, and it's super beautiful for the kid. The special artist they participate is super cute work. If we can do more, that's better. That's it. Any questions?
Oh, and then Lorena, could you just talk about the judging and the number of entries? If you don't have past the number of entries, there's a potential you could send everyone in that category if you don't have past a certain amount.
Yes, yes. We ask for the 20% for the school. Like if you have a visual art and you have 25 visual art, you have to take just the 20% for the 25. But if you have 6 or you have 5 visual art, you can send it out, all the visual art. You don't have to judge that one because it's not so many. And if you have, for example, 10 entries, but one is a photography, 2 is a film, and the others is visual art, you don't need it to submit and judges for that. You just send it out, everything. That's the thing.
You don't have to go through the judging process if you've got, 10, 11 entries total, and they're all different categories.
Yeah.
Unless you had 10 visual arts, then you might want to do some judging.
Right.
But if you don't have a whole lot, then you can sort of skip over that part of the process. So, and send them all to district.
Skip over that. What do you mean by that?
So I guess it depends on your school. Most of the time, elementary schools have a lot of entries. But for those of us who've just done either junior high or high school, sometimes we're lucky to get 10 total entries. And so if of those 10, you have a mix of photography, visual arts, literature, which means you only have 1 or 2 of each category, you don't have to go through the whole judging process. You can just send all 10 onto the council or district level.
Okay.
Without having to go through trying to find a judge for each category if you really only have 1 or 2 entries per category, if that makes sense.
Just so that I understand this, so if there are only like, say, 10 visual art entries for my school, and we're like a 400 school, do they need to have a judge? I mean,
for 10, yes. You
10,
can,
okay.
yeah.
What's the limit? Like, where's the,
That,
if I have 1 essay person, is that person automatically goes forward, or like?
yeah. If you have 5 entries, yeah, don't do the judge. But
Okay.
if you have 8, 10, yeah, you can do
Okay.
10. Yeah.
All right, so just use common sense then.
Yes, and
Mhm.
Okay.
it's
All right.
bigger and you have 10, but then again, there is a 20%.
All right, so I don't have to find a judge for every, I was like worrying, like trying to come up with a dancer, and I'm like, I don't know all these people.
Right. And so if you have
Yeah.
2 people turning entries and you make a big deal, woo! Congratulations, you're both going to the next level. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
without
I
having to
gotcha.
find a dance teacher, judge, or something,
Okay.
they both
Right.
go on.
Okay, gotcha. Because I bet we
One year
based on the
at
elders,
Forest-
is we don't have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, one year at Forest Meadow, we only got 6 entries. We never told anybody how many we actually got. We just said, congratulations, these 6 kids are going on to
Yes.
district.
We've done
nobody
something
knew any
similar.
better. Yeah,
Yay!
and we gave them all, and because we didn't spend a lot of money or do any judges gifts or anything, we gave them all a $10 Starbucks card. It was like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
woohoo, and
Mhm.
I think they were excited, and nobody else knew that there weren't more than that.
Feels like a secret participation trophy, kind of. Like,
I'm worried about our situation this year, that we're just not going to have a lot of participation. I felt like if we could be there promoting it. I have announcements being read on morning announcements. I've asked for something on the school sign, but I haven't seen it yet. But then that could be that I'm just not walking by at the time. But if I get posters up and they continue to make the announcements, and we're already putting it in our Seahawk. We call it the Seahawker. It's already in there, and I might get the principal to actually mention it as well in her letter. Then maybe
that's everything you can do. It sounds like
the other thing I will tell you, there is we have to work like a team. If I have my librarian, they can help another school, and that librarian can help my school. We can work together. If I have judges, and I say, oh, you can use my judges too. We can share. That's a good thing. We can ask our librarian, our art teacher. There is not so many entries to judge, and I think they can be fine if they can do it. We can use a college student too for that, and it's fine. Depending on if they are elementary, they totally can judge that. That's to say, if you have any ideas or something, just share with us. Share in the Facebook page, or share if you don't have Facebook, you can just share in the email, and we can post it in the Facebook. And I think if we work like a team, it's better. Like sharing with his ideas that can be super good. If we all know that ideas, we can maybe do it in our school, or someone, or the video, I don't remember which school did super cool video. That's good, because you can think they did in home, and that's awesome. I think we can try to give our ideas to the other chair. It's not just
if you haven't seen it yet on the Facebook page, it was White Rock Elementary who did a really cute promo video with, I think, it was one of the art teachers and the reflections chair or something. That was very cute that they did via Zoom, that they just recorded.
That's my school.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
Cute. Is that?
I didn't know they did that.
I think it was White Rock.
So cute.
Oh, I'll have to ask. I've been begging them, because that's where I also taught. So they know how I feel about this contest, and they know why I feel that way, because my daughter won one year the national photograph, and it's just been a very important something for me. And I've always made my classes participate. And, so there would be, out of 22 kids, I'd have 15 to 20 that would actually turn something in. And it was always visual arts. They were kindergartners. But I've had several go on. I even had one go to state one year. But nobody else is going to have that passion that I had. And I'm not there I'm not there to light a fire under them.
Right.
This was a good year to go out on.
Oh, come light a fire at my school.
We have a video too. We posted in the Facebook page too. It's a video, promotional video. You can use in your school if you need it.
Yeah.
You just can download it, or just paste the link in your and give it to the teachers or whatever you need in the school. And it's pretty cool too. We can there is all the information. It's like a more upbeat. Maybe you can use it too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cute video that Lorena did. Jody, are you on the Facebook page? You're not talking about the council page. Are you actually one of the Facebook group members?
I think so.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because we need to let you in if you're not, because there's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, maybe you can send her the link.
Yeah. If you're on Facebook, you look for the group called RISD Council Reflections,
There it is.
if you're not on it yet.
I have it. I just
Okay,
don't
good.
seeing anything on there, so. Okay.
We've been posting stuff over the last few weeks, and there's
Create a Google account. I just found it.
Yay!
there you
Okay, I
go.
will work on that.
And there's a second one, just so you know, there's a second video in the comments because I couldn't
Okay.
post 2 videos at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one,
I see the second one too.
yeah. And then
And
if you
my
scroll
daughter-
down,
Is
Oh, I
doing
was just
this
gonna
with
s-
me actually. So she probably already knows how to do this stuff, but anyway, we'll figure it out.
But now you can, if you follow the step, you can do it, and
Yeah.
then you can say, "Hey, I did
That's
it."
what I did. I created the the Gmail thing, and she was totally impressed.
That's good. Okay. If you have any question now, you have question or something to say.
I don't think so. I appreciate y'all.
All right,
I
I just
appreciate it
drafted-
so much.
I just drafted the template off the emails from last year and sent it to you guys. So for schools that have multiple teachers, like band or whatever, like that one was specifically for band,
Uh-huh.
highlighted
Mhm.
the area, musical composition, and if they would post everything in the band hall
Sharon,
and help us promote it.
you know what is difficult in high school for band is and maybe this year is different, but I always have the problem with that we have UIL in the same time with reflections, and we have another competition I can remember now, but it's 2 things super important for band, and they have so busy. They
Right.
never can participate because they have so busy in that. Just if they are
Yeah.
in other class, like I have a one band student who participated in photography because he was a journalist, but he couldn't make a song or something because they are super busy. That's the only
Right. Well, I usually try to advertise at the end of the year once the new
Me too.
theme comes out.
Yeah.
So that if they want to do it over the summer, they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this year, we're not doing UIL competition, so
Yes, that's I mean,
maybe somebody will do it.
yeah, maybe this year is different. Maybe there can be more student in band.
So Casey, I sent you the link. For some reason, I don't remember how to log into Facebook on my computer, but can do it from my phone.
Okay.
I don't want to reset the password. So.
Right. No, I get it. Super.
If
Thank
you
you.
need any help, if you need something, whatever you need, please tell us. If you have our email, you have Facebook page or whatever you need, please tell us. We can help and make sure your student or your student have all the materials and everything that they need. And if the teacher needs help, whatever they need. And if you don't have the budget, just tell us too. We will try to figure out how to help. But don't let some kid or some student out because the money. And that's it.
Okay. Are you guys going to have another refresher before all the entries are due? Because one point that we did for Westwood or anywhere that has a student PTA membership is we told the students that we would pay their fee if they consented.
Yeah.
If that was an issue, or we just went ahead and sponsored a few off of our own PTAs if we couldn't get a hold of the
Yes.
parent.
Yeah. November 2nd, I think, is the last refresher date.
Yeah.
But
So there is another one.
we tell you before, if you need something, we can do one-on-one, or if so many questions, we can do another refresher if you need it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you
next,
so much.
Next refresher is about the check-in date.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Which,
So
Thank you.
much. And I'm so happy you can join tonight.
Thank you so much
me
again.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.